I've had a lot of people that meet me in the streets, all of a sudden come and hug me, and says, Mr. Setien, thanks for, meeting you and all this stuff. Now that makes the world, beautiful world.
Mr. Domingo Setien, a humble servant and faithful instrument of the Good Shepherd, brings healing with prayers to women, men, and children around the world. Many wonder what Mr. Setien's miracle touch is considered.
Well, according to the scriptures, it's a gift. So that's the way that I look at it.
Mr. Domingo Setien has been recognized by the Archdiocese of San Antonio, Texas, and Archbishop Patrick Flores.
The Archbishop started calling me, for things or healing and everything else. And then I noticed that he was, acknowledging, that something came out or whatever I did. And this is how we had a relationship for about 30 years.
The miraculous gift of healing wasn't something he was just born with. It was later on in life that he encountered his first healing.
It was amazing because there was 1972, the first miracle. This friend of mine came and says, my wife, they gave him 3 months to live, and I had 3 children, and he was crying. And I said, well, I'll pray for her, don't worry about it. Well, and I just asked the Lord right there and there, just to heal the lady and help her. And after that, the next day, he came smiling. He said, you know what? My wife has no pain. She's eating like never before, and she's walking around like a new lady. I said, well, good. Get a check with the doctor, so make sure that everything is okay. So the next day, and then took him to the doctor, to the oncologist, and they found no cancer. And she's still alive.
Mr. Setien has had encounters with spiritual healing, eliminating evil, and bringing back individuals their faith.
When God is present with you, there's no problem. Nobody can touch you. So when that person came, to meet me, and it was kind of awful sight because he had red eyes and ugly, and all I had water that I had blessed myself in that water before I took off. I asked the Lord to bless it and to help me with it. I squirted on his face, and then he changed, melted completely. And from then on, he started crying. He came and embraced me, and we walked with the people, with this family, and then everybody was crying. Everyone was crying.
The most miraculous miracle that Mr. Setien recalls was done on a young boy.
The one that stands out more is that boy that had tumors behind the eyes. That's the one that really, that it was a beautiful miracle. It's this little boy, is about 3 years. And the ladies came, and the mother came and asked me, said, Mr. Setien, I have to make a decision that's ugly, but I need your help. I said, what is it? He says, my boy's got tumors behind the eyes, both eyes. If they take tumors right now, he's blind right now. And then if it was for another year, the tumors go to the brain, and he'll die anyway. And I asked the Lord, I said, what you want me to do? And the Lord right there says, I'll make the decision, tell them she don't have to make a decision. So I told him, I said, you're not going to make a decision, the Lord's going to make a decision for you. And she says, really? I said, yeah. I said, don't worry. So at 1 o'clock in the morning, the little boy started bleeding through the nose. And they took it to San Jose Hospital, to the Children's Hospital. And over there they said, well, the oncologists came in, and they were very beautiful people because at that time everybody got together. And he says, we need a nose specialist. I am no specialist. So they brought it in, and he's cleaning it up and everything else. He says, you know what? This is the nose specialist that I know specialist. He says, you know what? He says, I think the tumor went to the brain. It's better to send it to Anderson Clinic. And all day they took him, ran tests and everything, and they told him, he says, why did they send you here? He says, well, because he had tumors behind the eyes, and he says, all of a sudden they think that the tumors went to the brain. He had no cancer at all. It's clean. But this boy never had cancer. I said, well, he says, yeah, the oncologist told us it.
People are skeptical or may not believe in Mr. Setien's healings, but that doesn't stop him from what he does.
The thing is, if they come and I pray on them, they don't question me. that they feel something. You know, even if they don't believe, because I've had people like that. And all of a sudden they cry, and that was it, you know, because they came in with a negative attitude.
Mr. Setien stresses that miracles happen through the presence of God and the people's faith.
God cures the people. I pray for them, and His presence makes the difference.
If you would like to attend one of Mr. Setien's healing ministry service, join him and his ministry on Tuesday at 7 p.m. at St. Gerard's Catholic Church.